Sir. Alright, be right back, man. Be right back. Alright. Homeboy Penji, what's happening? Welcome, welcome. Are we ready to party? Almost. Almost ready. What am I doing, man? That's what I need to figure out right now. Alright, let's get started. How do you do that? I gotta remember what I was working on. I was working on Type Blazer. Alright, let me see what the project looks like. I'll just clear my context, start new. Let's bring it up and see how it looks. Alright, man. Ready to rumble. Oh, it was the diff heat maps, then hundreds, 1,000 runs or something, and it cut off like, yeah. So I was working on it last night off stream, and I fixed all those issues. So the 1,000 races thing was like a super base limitation, where super base will, by default, the max is 1,000 records it would return. So I fixed that by doing multiple calls if there's more than 1,000 races, but we shouldn't run into that problem too often. And then maybe I can think of a better way to get those race results, maybe by caching them or something, and then building them daily or something like that. But for now, like in such the early stages of Type Blazer, I think this will be fine. But imagine if there's like 100,000 users and 100,000 users each have like thousands of races, man, it could be a problem. But I don't think we're anywhere close to that yet, man. We don't even have 10 users. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I just put Docker Compose up to put up everything, and we got to check out where we're at. I need a browser though. Need a browser to look at thing. Oh shit. Alright, where is it? Localhost 8080. Type Blazor. So here it is. Here's the heat map. This is what I got it working as right now. This is with random races. Obviously, I need to fix it somehow. But does it look weird? Yeah, I'd say like this one doesn't go all the way. See, this one starts at February and January is like empty. I see January overlaid on top of February, so that's kind of like a bug for sure. A 9Q PSG, send me a whisper and I'll send you the invite to my secret Discord. Send me a whisper on Twitch. And Roxanne, what's happening? Welcome, welcome. Early today, yeah, I'm a little bit late today. It's Friday. Shit happens. What was I doing? Discord invite. Here we go. I think I gotta be more active on Discord, man. Like right now, my Discord is just kind of nothing really pops off in Discord. I don't utilize it too well. Hey, how do I do this? Hey, Q9 PSG, you gonna make me whisper you, man? Come on. Q9 PSG X2MYX. There we go. There's your invite. I just sent you a message. Alright, where are we at? Oh yeah, we're fixing this heat map. So we're fixing this January-February bug on the heat map. Where do we need to be? We gotta talk to Claude. Alright, I see a bug. Actually, let me not talk to Claude directly. I'm going to open up the bug first in GitHub so I can like stay organized. Here we go, new issue. I'm gonna say heat map bug. When I look at my heat map on my profile and I'm looking at previous years, like say 2024, if I don't have, how do I say this, man? If I didn't start the race at the beginning of the year or something, it seems like the heat map starts at the first month that I'm active for that year or the earliest date or something. So pretty much in 2024, my heat map starts on February and I can see January is overlaid but all the squares are empty. We need to fix this bug. And I'll just tell Claude to do bug number 30. Alright, look in the GitHub issues and do issue number 30. And I'll put it into plan mode and then see if it can figure it out. But I also need to work on some other things, and I'd really like to get, I know I keep saying this, man, but I really want to get more parallel flows going. What Claude plan are you on? I'm on the max plan. What's happening, Raiden? How you doing? Are you on Claude? Opus eats my token like crazy. Yeah, I think Opus is only for max users, otherwise you're not gonna get much usage out of it. Alright, so this one starts in January. It's just this one is missing. I don't know. Should I take a screenshot for it? Oh, it found the issue. Alright. Very good. Let's just have it. Oh wait, we gotta figure out what we're gonna work on for real, So we got this heat map going. I think the leaderboards would be nice. Let me try and specify some more things here. Needs all types of nice, interesting leaderboards. Yeah, that's what we need. Maybe like highest daily streaks currently active. Highest streaks of all time. Highest WPMs for the day. Most races for the day. Week and month as well, not just per day. Would be nice. What other interesting leaderboards would be good? You know, things like that. Alright, I'm gonna try and spawn off something else and tell it to work on this. Let's see. Let's go with Claude. Which issue was that? Number 15. I want you to look at the GitHub issues and work on issue number 15. Change it to plan mode. Please follow the guide in. Did that work? Jesus Christ. This guide is what I'm trying to tell it to follow. When you do your work, because I would like to work with multiple Claude agents in parallel. You're just one of them. Let's see if it will do that nicely. Should I pop them out, man? So I popped both of these guys out, and then I'm gonna hit them side by side. And then we'll just watch them go. Yeah. Type Blazer is the one. Oh, Jesus. It's Friday. Think we can do one more agent to work on something else and see how crazy we can get today? What other issues do you think we can work on here independently? We can work on... Let me see if this bugs is still there. It's like when I go to the profile page and I refresh. Oh, it's working now. Actually, I'll close this bug. Ask me to log in. This, I can close it. How do you close it? Close this issue. Guru Harry, what's happening? How you doing? Welcome to the party. Oh, did we do this report a bug button? I think we did, man. But it never got closed. How do I link an issue or something? Right there. Close that issue. Program, how are you doing? What's up? Not much. Just chilling on Friday, working on my little silly website, Type Blazer. That's not launched yet. Still working on it. It's a typing game. Well, I'm not working on it. Claude's working on it, man. I'm just telling Claude what I like and what I don't like. What is he trying to read? Dang, it's building unit tests. That's crazy. Do I have unit tests? I don't think so, man. Oh, Jesus. Steven Sagiball, what's happening? Shake my head, bro. What's happening, man? Why are you shaking your head? Down 8K? Hey, don't worry about it. You're not down anything. You're not down until you sell. But weren't you up 10K yesterday, man? So you're really up 2K, right? Where did you learn to code, and do you know system design? I don't know any system design, and I learned how to code over the last 13 years or so. And I started off learning how to code from YouTube. I never studied programming or anything in university or whatever. Still up to. I knew I should have sold though. I mean, shit, man. You'll be alright, man. Don't you worry. Gold ain't going to zero, that's for sure. So. And stop watching it every day, man. There's gonna be crazy fluctuations day to day. Especially in these times, man. Things are very volatile. I'm poor, can I come live with you? Man, you're richer than me. What you talking about? Everybody knows how rich you are, Steven Sagiball. Hey, Steven, I don't even know. Steven Sagiball never went to university, or he never graduated. He doesn't have any degree, man. He's like barely 25, and he's been working in like top tech companies for the last 3-4 years, man. This man is rich. I don't even know how old he is actually. But, you know, he's been making lots of money from a young age. Have you made any profit from any vibe coded apps? Absolutely not, man. I haven't even really made any vibe coded apps. This is like my first one I'm trying. Spend it all on Uber Eats. That's where it would go, for sure. I think I spent a lot of money on DoorDash, Uber Eats, too. Alright, let me see what this is saying. Did it make a plan? Yeah, let's do everything, man. We're gonna do everything. Anyone can view the leaderboards, man. Narexa, how are you doing? Your accent is awesome. I can't tell what it is though. Well, you can tell I have an accent, I guess. It's from Jamaica. I have made a school app that currently 2 schools in my county are using and got subscriptions going for them. How did you get 2 schools in your county to use your app? What the heck was that? I spent a lot of time on a vibe-coded web application, but I think I was solving a problem that didn't really exist and it was difficult to get invested users. Narexa, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, 2 schools using your app is nice, man. Sounds like you made a cool app that's useful. Hey, what are you talking about here, man? What was I working on this side? Oh, the bug. I have unit tests here? I didn't know I had unit tests, man. Alright, cool. Okay, commit these changes and make a PR. I need like a quick way to test, because right now everything is set up through Docker Compose and it's kind of annoying. Wait, how? Found a problem and I created a solution for them and made a connection with the principal, and principal recommended me to another principal. Interesting. Do you already know the principal or something, or you just rolled up to the random school and be like, hey man, I want to talk to the principal here? Or did you email them? You know, were you like an old student at that school? Or do you have children going to that school, you know? Alright, what we're doing, we're trying to do something. Let's put... Alright, it's doing some work, but I don't know. Let me ask it. Let me ask it something. CG off, thank you very much for the follow. I want to ask it, did you create a new work tree? I don't see any work trees, man. I don't think it followed my guide on the work tree thing. No, I didn't create a work tree. I worked directly in the main directory. Come on, man. It's too late now. Whatever, let's create a new work tree, man. Doesn't make sense now, I guess. It's just gonna be more work for me to build and run it. Anyways, I actually had meetings with that principal about my daughter, and we had other conversations, and we talked about some security issue, and that's how I came up with it and offered them a web app. He tested and liked, and everyone liked, and now they love me. That's interesting. Yeah, very nice, man. Maybe that might be your ticket out of the ghetto, man. Your little school app is gonna take off. Alright, so this one is following the work tree guides. The other one did not follow the work tree guides. So I'm gonna tell you, yeah, you can start working on that. I'm gonna tell this one. Where's it going, man? I don't know what it's trying to do. What's that? The main type Blazor repo is in come on, you should know this, man. CG off, what's happening? Hello, I'm from Russia. I'll be keeping an eye on your work whenever I can. C#. Interesting. I don't know much about C#, but I don't know much about anything these days. I just vibe code. I actually booked a cruise trip with that first payment. Dang, so you made like $2,000 from selling it to the school, or $3,000. I don't even know. How did you how are you doing the payments? Is it like per year, per school year, per month, per something like that? Interesting, man. We gotta try and get on your level. I'm out here building silly typing games. You're making more money than me, for sure. I make $0. Where are you going on that cruise, man? Alright, so let me see what this thing said it did. Hey, do you think I should even check the output, man? Should I just trust it? Hey, it still didn't make... Nobody's making work trees, man. It's not following the directions, you know? Let me see. I mean, it made a new branch, but do you make a work tree? What the hell, man? I can't get... Alright, is this thing working on a work tree? None of them are. See, look, you're right, I didn't. I just created a branch directly. How can I make sure that you use work trees properly next time? Anyways, man. Let's test it out and merge it or something. Cruise is going to the Bahamas. School gets a lot of funding from the state. They can afford small solutions. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Alright, let's try it out. So... the heat map is what we're looking at. Before... oh, look at that. What the hell is that, man? Alright, I might have to say something. The heat map... I haven't typed it. The heat map shows another month instead of January. It says... I don't even know what it says. December, January. I see. It shows not just another month. It shows last year's December and January instead of January. It says December, January. Can you make sure that it only shows 1 month for each year? January to December. Oh, lordy. What is this one doing now? I'm gonna just ask it. Are you working in a work tree? Probably not, man. Oh, Night wants to create the work tree. Sankdoy, thank you very much for the follow. Have you tried Open Code CLI? I have not, man. Hey, I've been hearing some things about some people being banned from Claude Code or from Anthropic for using other things like Open Code or things like that. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I've been seeing a few reports. Yeah, Anthropic blocked it. Yeah, so maybe that's why I have not checked out those things. I'm not trying to get blocked, you know? Typeblaze and Typeblazer API are separate Git repositories. The plan mentioned working in work trees issue 15 on branch. Should I create a work tree for each repo? I don't know. Do one. My favorite is still Gemini CLI. Interesting. I've only tried Claude Code, man. And I used to use Gemini CLI at work a few months ago. But I've never used Gemini CLI outside of that situation, like personally. What setup do you have? Is Claude just writing files directly, no environment? What do you mean, no environment? I'm just running Claude Code, and I have it running in a VS Code terminal. Man, now I got 2 PRs. Alright, PR 32 has the 31 thing fixed in there. Alright, let me check it out, man. Let me see if it messed things up worse or what. How are we gonna check that? Okay. Can I paste? How do I paste, man? Nobody look at my things. Anyways, I need to run it. I need to build it from. Man, you see, that's why it's so annoying with Docker Compose. I'm gonna stop using Docker Compose temporarily for now, and I'll just do it manually. So I guess the API is chill. I just npm run dev. What else I got? I got the WebSocket thing, Typeblazer server. I don't know how to build this one. Docker. Oh shit. Yeah. Do I have to pass in those environment variables like that for real? Let's see. Oh, something's already listening. So I don't modify the Typeblazer server that often. But I feel like I have to modify my environment variables there. Passages API URL is not set. That's not great. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to work in these, not use Docker Compose because it's annoying when I'm working with multiple different work trees and branches at the same time. So I'm just going to set up each thing by itself, you know. But I need to configure my environment properly for Typeblazer server. This one's also listening. Alright, let me get a new Claude running here. Should I try and fix these environment variables? Yeah, I'm gonna try and fix them real quick because it's been super annoying. My C++ TypeBlazer server service is not reading the .env file that I put in there. How can I make it work? Alright, let me peek. Let me peek at this env. Nothing crazy in there, man. That one has some crazy stuff in there. Passages API URL. Anyways, wait, I always ask Claude Code or Codex to create a run file that's just Python file. Usually that stays updated. I run it and it runs the right terminal stuff to open up my application or website. Anyways, I guess it can't read the .env files because it doesn't actually do that. So I just told it to just make me use my env files, you know. Anyways, let's check up on these other things. What are these things doing, man? I'm just trying to check the bug, and then this thing is working on the leaderboards. Let me ask it, will this work with Docker? That's what I need to know, man. Will it work with the Docker thing? Alright, I gotta hit them with this. Let's try it. Uh-oh. Is that how you kill something? Supabase? Nah, come on, man. env did not load. Did Google have AI set up like this? Yeah, we had Gemini CLI that we could run. So it was very similar to Claude Code. And you could do things like this for sure. But it wasn't that good, I'd say. Nah, at least when I was there. Maybe it's changed now. It's been like 3-4 months, you know. Looks for env anywhere 2 levels up. That's crazy. We don't want it that many levels up, man. But I'll try it. I'll try it to see if it works. It's still not set, man. This thing is bogus. I'm just gonna pass it the dang environment variables manually for now because I don't want to waste any more time on this. It's not even crazy environment variables, man. I think those are the only two stuff I need. Ah, shit. I forgot to... put the full thing in this thing. Uh-oh. Could not connect to the server. Why is this tripping, man? Couldn't fetch the passages. Why is it tripping right now, huh? Should be listening right there. I think. I mean, why would it not be able to get that endpoint? Run from wrong directory? No, I don't think that is it. Because they're separate projects. They shouldn't even need to know that each other's directories. Oh, that is the container itself. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yes. Because I'm running Docker. Alright, we gotta change that then to man, this is too much work. I shouldn't have to do all this just to test one branch, you know? I need to really improve my flow here. Alright. Now we're ready. So we got the passages. Now we can test the dang thing, man. So wait. Do you give friends second chances? I don't know. My friend removed me as a friend, but considering trying to reconnect. Yeah, no, I don't give no friends second chances, man. Once that friendship is gone, it's done, man. No point. You know? There's 8 billion people out there. You can go find another friend, man. It ain't that special. I think. Okay, so now I want to test that fix. So it was in where they made a work tree. Type blazor fix. And I'm just npm run dev here. Jesus Christ. Now I have a feeling all my callback URLs are wrong. Yeah, look at that, man. Everything is wrong. I don't want to deal with this. This is too annoying to deal with right now. I really have to figure out how to improve this. What backend am I using? Or right now everything is locally. I don't have a host. This website is not hosted right now. Oh, I think I know what. I think I have to add my URL redirects to my Supabase dashboard or something. Oh, I don't know what to do. This work tree thing has been a disaster. I think I'm gonna abort. I'm gonna abort this work tree and just do whatever I was doing. Here we go. Close that. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna bring this down. Oh. Can I just hit them with the Docker? Yeah, I can just build and then run Docker. Wait, how does it build it, man? Context. Oh, I see. So if I send them the build command, then it builds the right things. I can just run. Yeah, that's it, man. That's how I'm gonna test it. Easy. Here we go. Let me hide my thing. I figured it out, I think. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out right now. So I'm just gonna go into this agent thing and I'm gonna hit Docker compose up build. That should work. And this is gonna have that. Oh shit, which folder am I in? Yeah, I'm in the heat map fix, so we'll see. Hey, Steven Sagiball, what friend are you talking about, man? Is it like a friend who you'd like to be more than friends with? Or are you talking like just one of your bros that you hang with and maybe you got into a disagreement about something? And you his kids? Wait, how long you known this friend and how did you meet and why did you not become friends anymore? 1 year Bumble BFF. I see. How come you removed it as a friend? What did you do, man? Be honest here. We all make mistakes, you know? Sometimes that's how it goes. Javier D, how you doing? His wife said, "Don't like how you talk shit about my husband in our group chat." You talking shit about him? Stop talk in the group chat for a week. Who's in the group chat? It's like three of you, or are you third wheeling in there? You gotta tell us more, man. And what specifically did you say? You said, oh, you said something like that. Wasn't even an insult? I don't know, man. Clearly, his wife doesn't like you, so it seems she said to stop talking to this Steven Sagiball guy. Um, Mario, what's happening, man? He said, I've cut off family for less. Well, sometimes that's how it is. Just let it be, man. Don't go chasing that one. Let's go try and find some new friends or something. If that's all it took to like get ghosted and blocked and everything, I don't know. There must be something else that maybe you weren't aware of. You know, him block. All right, let me check out this problem that I'm working on, man. All right, let's see. Man, it's still messed up. It's wasting my time, man. Hey, I just checked it and it is still messed up. Here, I'll send you a screenshot. What the heck? Hey, I'm supposed to be able to send a screenshot here, right? It's not working now. But it won't let me. Oh, there we go. There we go. I had to hold shift. Blue Cactus AI, what's happening, man? How you doing? Alright, let's see. Steven Sagaball says he sent a picture of Pokemon card like 2 weeks later. We used to do Pokemon stuff together. That was our thing. So remind me of him. Dang. So how long has it been since you talked to him, man? And do you live near this guy, or is he like a remote friend? You know? Can you just be like, hey, man, you wanna go grab some tacos or something? Tonko Bolonko. What's happening? Live in Colorado, I moved to Seattle. We used to hang out IRL a ton. Dang. Hey, do you have any friends in Seattle now? Maybe you just gotta move on, man. Sometimes it's also hard to keep or like maintaining friendships when you move again. Like when you move far away and you're not like physically close to that person. And then sometimes people just move on with their lives, man. You know? Fox B17, thank you very much for the follow. Foxbit, maybe? All right, so I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check to see if the bug is fixed for real now. Docker compose down. I'm gonna bring it back up. Bro, he used to say I was his kid's uncle, that I got cut off for that. Some context is he never went to school, so I think his socializing is bad. You open this can of worms? What you talking about? It's not a can of worms, is it? Foxbit, welcome, welcome. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for tuning in, man. I'm just doing a little vibe coding. I'm not the best vibe coder, but I'm trying to learn how to be a good vibe coder. I think I'm not that great right now. Alright, so we just put the thing up. Is the bug fixed? Man, it's still there. Come on, man. It's still there. I'm gonna tell it. The bug is still there, and I think it's actually worse now because other years are starting to show it. Every single year shows the January and December from last year overlapping. You need to think really hard how you can fix this. This is crucial to the success of the world. My mind does this thing where it picks only good parts of relations and replays a montage. What? I heard you cooking up with some good prompts yesterday. I can feel the vibes flowing. Another good one. I just try and let it know it's a serious problem, man. It's like it needs to use more compute or something. But I think it's clearly having issues with time zones or whatever. Maybe I should just stick with one time zone and calculate everything based on that, like UTC or something. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, then let it be and rejoice. If it does not, it wasn't meant to be, and you must not prepare to receive something even, and you must prepare to receive something even more aligned. How are you giving relationship advice? Kinda. Steven Sagibal has a recent fallout with one of his really close friends. He said he commented on that person's skin color. Said how white they were, that if they stood in front of a white wall they would be invisible. And that friend that friend's wife did not like that, and now they don't talk. So Steven Sagibal is asking if he should try to reconnect with that friend. I don't know, man. I think you should try and reconnect one time and be very maybe throw out an apology if you really mean it, and just say things like, I don't know what I did, but I apologize, I was being mean to you or giving off a bad vibe, and just say you'd really like to reconnect and you value their friendship and you'd love to play some games or do something fun with them, you know. Anyways, but don't try more than like one time, man. If you send that message out and they don't respond, just let it be, move on with your life. I think Carl Jung had a quote for that. I don't know. I'm not a good vibe coder either, but that does not automatically mean we can't program better without AI. Wait, what? Does that automatically? No. Wait, what? Does it automatically mean we can program better without AI? I don't even know what you just said. Clistar says, maybe you said too many things that bothered him and he told his wife and she stuck up for him. Have you apologized? Wait, in my app, I store in DB as UTC and use the end user time zone they have set in their browser, I think, or OS. I don't remember. I get why the friend would say that. Has Steven apologized? Yeah, have you apologized, man? Thing is, what I wasn't saying, I didn't mean as an insult. Doesn't mean what you meant it as. It only matters how they took it as, right? For real-time alerts, I have them configure a time zone. Yeah, I gotta figure out if time zones are messing with me. What's happened, Mr. Situation X? You can call me whatever you want, man. I just got busy RL and didn't want to have a long convo about it. Anyways. If she said it nicely, I would have been okay. Hey, who's in this group chat, man? Like, you, your friend, your friend's wife, and a bunch of other Poke trainers in the area, or what? If you care about the friendship, talk to him privately. Ask what happened. Have a conversation about how to move forward. Tell him his friendship is important to you. Me, his wife, and him. He's the one who wanted the group chats. So I became friends with IC. I don't know, man. You gotta... I think you should reach out one time. And if you're still ignored, it's... Take the hints, man. They don't want you around. Apparently he cut his family off because he thought they didn't like his wife. I don't know. This guy sounds a little bit unstable, to be honest. Or something. Like if his family didn't do anything wrong, but he just thought, I don't know, depends on how disrespectful his family was. But man, that's... He grew up on Xbox. I see. He didn't go to school. Interesting. Interesting. I have no idea what's going on in this convo. We're trying to help Steven Sagball navigate a social situation that he's gotten himself into. I've had many thoughts this might be a bad wife being ruled by his wife. That's an interesting theory. He was homeschooled, but they didn't teach him anything. Demon Puke, welcome to the party. Let's ask AI its input. Yeah, have you asked AI, man? You should copy all your messages and talk to AI and see what AI advises you. Yeah. Homeboy Penji might be onto something, man. Maybe the wife is very controlling, or I don't know. I don't know, man. Alright. I don't know what we're doing. I think we're testing out this bug thing, so let's bring the Dockers down and put them back up. He didn't even tell her he was removing me as a friend. She posted in the group chat after he removed me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'd say reach out to the friend privately, like Clistar says. That will sort the situation out real quick. Either sort it out or it will get you some type of resolution, you know? When I think about it, I technically removed a good friend of mine off Discord, so is it a big deal? But then he gave me a flip off emoji. Mafia 303, what's happening? LS? LS? What are we doing here? Let me see if it fixed this bug. Man, it's... Ah, shit. It kind of fixed it. But the last 365 days thing isn't working now. Alright, I think you kind of fixed it, man. Except the bug is appearing in a different place than it was before. The old parts where it was appearing is now fixed. The new place the bug is appearing is in the last 365 days. There's that January, December overlap in the beginning. Wait, what? Mafia 303, what are you saying, man? What's happening? To be honest, I use ChatGPT to help me with my interpersonal relationships, and it helped me to understand myself more. Yeah. I use AI to help me out a lot for many things. But be careful, because you can kind of get the AI to agree with you if you are persistent enough. Yeah. Just gonna tell you what you want to hear. He grew up on internet, no outside at all. Yeah. But what do I lose when trying to reconnect? Why don't you give friends 2 chances? Why? Alright. If I have a friend and something really bad happened, I don't know if I can forgive. Depends on the situation. But I'd rather not have that person in my life if it's something like a big... Oh shit. I just ran out of disk space, man. Hold on. It's crazy. I gotta do some emergency... Jesus. I have 50 megabytes left on my hard drive, man. What'd I do? I can't even open up Steam to uninstall some games or some shit, man. Hold on, man. We got big problems. What am I gonna delete? Riot Games? Gone. Who cares? Where's all my Steam games at, man? I need those gone immediately. Steam apps? Common? Baldur's Gate 3? Delete. Everything. Delete. Every single game. I don't even play games on this computer. Chivalry 2? I don't have these games, man. I'm gonna delete the whole folder. Yeah, that would do it. Permanently delete every single game, man. Oh, Jesus. Emergency. Emergency. Alright, we're back. We're back. 150 gigs free now. Look at that. Look at all my hard drives. They're bumping, man. That's all VODs, basically. You cannot just delete icons. Buy a new hard drive. Man. Alright, now we can continue. It's because my OBS was like, warning, it stopped recording because it only had 50 megabytes left on my hard drive. It's crazy. Buy a new hard drive. Hey, I have a NAS drive, man, with like 36 terabytes. I need to transfer some of my VODs over there. Anyways, Back to work. Alright, so it says it fixed this calendar thing. Let's test it out real quick. Anyways, what were we talking about, man? Steven Sagiball. How you... Are we done with the stuff? Are you asking me why I don't give friends more than one chance? Or two chances? Yeah, I think one chance is enough for a friend, man. If your friend messes up that many times, like, why you even want that type of person around? I don't think it's that hard to navigate life without doing something so disrespectful to somebody else that they feel like they should cut you out, you know? Maybe early on in life, like, you're young and you do a lot of dumb things, but as you get older, man, you should not be having situations like that with your friends that often. That's what I think, at least. Yeah, we're adults. He should come to me and talks. Yeah, well, he's showing that he's not really all there, and I think you've realized that he has problems because he always talk about how he grew up on the internet with no outside contact, and he's just grew up talking shit about people on Xbox or whatever all day. So I think you realize, like, he's probably not a ideal candidate for you with that background, but maybe you're friends with him because you had a similar childhood. I don't know what your childhood was like, man, but people tend to gravitate towards people similar to them, you know. I was okay with him being weird. Yeah, but now you're gonna realize why people don't like weird people, man. I mean, maybe he's okay most of the time until he's not, you know, because he's weird. So maybe like 95% of the time, he's probably a okay person until the situation arises where you bring out that not okay part of him, and you don't want them type of unpredictable people around you, man. Aren't we all weird? Hey, you can be weird, man, or whatever, but as long as you, like, I guess as long as you, I don't know how to put this. As long as you have like some thoughts about other people and how your actions might affect them, you know, I think it's okay to be weird. But sometimes weird people, they just disregard anyone else and everyone else around them, and they do things. But I don't know. In this case, it seems like you triggered them somehow. But if you build up expectations too about how someone should react to the situation, it's hard to rationalize why it happened the way it happened to you. But you can't really control the way the events unravel and have to keep moving forward. Socially functional? I don't know. Yeah, can't I be the bigger person? You can be whoever you want, man, but if the other person ain't willing to tango, then you can't do any of that, man. Then it's like, if the other person is not giving you good vibes about your advances, then you are becoming the weird person, man. You gotta just let them go. You can't be that persistent, man. What if you reach out to him? Nah, I'm not doing that, man. That's crazy talk. It would be funny though, but I'm not trying to do that, man. What do you think this is, Maury or Jerry Springer, man? Come on now. People still, is Jerry Springer still around? What's I trying to do? That'd be wild. Good content? Nah, not the content I want to be making. So have you tried to find some friends in Seattle, man? I think you need some local friends. No Jumper is a new Jerry Springer, I think. I met Pat. Dang, Pat met up with you, man. That's crazy. We Shreked together. Yeah, how did that go? Did you guys meet up again after that? Or is Pat like, nah, I'm good. I'm good hanging out with this weirdo, man. Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing. Does Pat still stream? Yeah, I haven't seen Pat in a while. Anyways, I gotta check this thing out. What do you mean you shreked together? What is that, slang for something, man? I don't know what that means. Jesus, the bug is still there. I'll take a screenshot. Bug is still there. Ultra think how to fix this. You already fixed this in the year breakdown views. So it shouldn't be too hard, right? Anyways. Random question. I figured I would ask. Did you ever get chance to meet guy like Jeff Dean at Google or other famous programmers? No, but one of my teammates knew Jeff Dean personally because she was friends with his son or something. She was friends with his son's fiance, so she would like go over to his house all the time for like dinner and stuff and events. So I didn't get to meet Jeff Dean, but I got to hear stories about Jeff Dean. Sanjay, I think if you know who Jeff Dean is, you know who Sanjay is. Jeff and Sanjay are like two OG Google engineers that are like two peas in a pod. And they're like BFFs at work for the last 20 years, and they do everything together, and they write articles together, and they review code together, and brainstorm together, and they live happily ever after, right? But Sanjay has commented on things that my team has done, and I don't think he's real happy with our work. But I guess I've met a few distinguished engineers at Google. But I don't think distinguished engineers are famous. I think basically only the famous people at Google are like Jeff Dean and Sanjay, and maybe that DeepMind guy. I forget his name now. Start with a D. I should know his name. Yeah. But a distinguished engineer is an L9. I think after that you become a Google Fellow at L10 or something. And then there's L11 for Jeff and Sanjay. It's like Senior Google Fellow or something. Demis, he's a Canadian. Is he Canadian guy? I think he's UK or something, man. Peeled off your layers together. What are you talking about? Peeled off layers. Alright. That's what I think about when he said Shreked. So you think I should reconnect? Yeah, I think you should try and reach out privately, not in the group chat, man. Just to your friend. He's an onion. Who's an onion? Shrek is an onion? Alright, let's test whatever it said it built. Hey, Steven Saggyball, if you reach out, man, you gotta do two things. Number one, you gotta tell us what you said. You you gotta send us the message that you said to your friend. And number two, you gotta tell us what your friend said. Remember that, man. Or if he even said anything at all, you know. Yeah, we need the juice. Yeah. Wait, did it fix? All right, let me try one more time. I think I already tried it. Whew, it's working. Finally, it is working, man. All right, one more comment about this. Okay, that works. One more thing while we're on the heat map. For days that don't have any activity, it's the same color as the background, which makes it look kind of blank. Maybe we can put a tiny outline or something to see the squares, even if they're blank, that they exist. I'm not sure about this change, so I'd just like to see it real quick, and if not, maybe we should revert. But before you do that change, perhaps you should commit all the changes that work already. All right, let's see how that goes. Bro, we have an AI requirement at work now. I heard that Amazon had an AI requirement. Like, if you don't have AI commits, then you get pipped. So it sounds like, I don't know if you've announced where you work, man, but it sounds like wherever you work, there's also AI requirements. And at Google, they were like, right when I was leaving, they were really pushing us. They had like vibe coder leaderboards and stuff, like which org or which team had the most CLs submitted. CLs are like PRs. Which team or which org had the most code submitted that was vibe coded, or hashtag vibe code or whatever, man. So they're like really pushing for people to like adopt this LLM stuff in the big corporate worlds, man. That is crazy. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know how crazy it is, but they literally had a vibe coding week and stuff. What team can create a system to replace themselves the fastest? That was when I quit, man. All right, let's see. Let's bring this down, bring it back up. Should I send him a friend request on Discord? What the hell do you mean friend request on Discord? You guys weren't friends on Discord? What does that mean, man? Man, you should just text his ass on the phone. Or I guess Discord is on your phone or something. He removed you. That's what ended it. I see. Yeah, be like, yo, what's up with that, man? Say something. But you should say something, but I would say don't like beg for him to come back, man. That's kind of weird. Just tell him, all right, if that's how you feel, then forget you too, you know? I imagine the senior devs were probably being so funny in that vibe coding meeting. Yeah, I don't know. That shit came from like not even senior devs. The hierarchy at Google goes L3 is the lowest, junior engineer, L4 mid-level engineer, that's the level I left at. L5 is a senior engineer. They're pretty much nobodies at Google. L6 is a staff engineer. I'd say L6 is where people start to get serious at the company. That's like usually TLs and stuff. Tech leads are L6s. Then you got L7, senior staff, L8, principal engineer, L9, distinguished engineer, L10 is Google fellow, L11 is like senior fellow. There's only like one or two of those in the whole company. And then, I don't know, I guess L12 would be like CEO or founder. So L5 is senior, and seniors are pretty low on the whole ladder, man. I'd say seniors don't even know what's going on that much either, man. I'd group L4s and L5s together. They're basically the same, except maybe an L5 has more cross team impact or cross org impact, or they're supposed to be working on projects, you know, bigger scope or whatever, man. But it's all the same. Streamering, what's happening? Hydrate, thank you. Hey, man, you're getting too crazy with these hydrates, man. You need to chill. I am Tahoma Dev. How you doing? Anyways, cheers, streamering. Aren't L5 TLs? Sometimes L5s can be TLs. But in my org, I think a lot of the TLs were L6s. I drink coffee. Yeah, I don't drink coffee. Alright, everything's fixed, man, right? You think those little squares look too weird? I don't know if I like it, but I'll keep it. Alright, cool. I think it's alright. Maybe we can make the width a little bit smaller of the outline. I see it's already at 1 pixel. Is it possible to go like half a pixel? No, that's crazy, right? Maybe a different color that's more close to the background color that doesn't stand out as much. This website is free, or I'm building this website. Do I click the ad? Yeah, just click the button, man. But don't just click it. You gotta send a message too. I know some vibe coders believe you can waltz into the big boy job, but are going to have rude awakening when they get hit with the whiteboard algorithm during interview. That's why this combo of algos and vibe coding is badass, in my opinion. Hey, thank you. I think if you want a job in tech and you want like to work at big companies, man, you need to do algorithms. If you're not doing algorithms, you ain't real serious about getting a job in big tech, or you're just a crazy genius who can figure everything out without studying. And then I think the vibe coding thing is important because it feels like that's the direction the industry is headed, man. A lot of really crazy programmers out there are vibe coding, not just scrubs like me, man. I've heard, you know, lots of high profile programmers are doing this stuff. Maybe they don't admit like they're fully vibe coding or anything, but for sure they are using LLMs in their day-to-day flow. 100%. Where do I learn about these algorithms? I mean, this channel is kind of how it all began, is learn about algorithms. But I have a list of, it's a work in progress, let me say that. But I have curated a list of all the important algorithms you should probably know for an interview. There's a ton of them that they could potentially ask. And each algorithm has so many different variations of how you could implement it. So I'd say a good foundation is knowing the basic implementation for all of these algorithms in the common ones. And then you know, each of these, they have probably like an infinite number of variations that you could do. So you can't send messages because we aren't friends. I could send him a text. Yeah, text him, man. Send him an email or something. Han Sohai, what's happening? I think all programmers now have to learn to design systems in order to be valued by the market. Programming is becoming cheaper, which I am actually not looking forward to be honest. Yeah, I think system design is important for sure, especially now more than ever since I guess as a vibe coder, you're more like a manager, man. Like a technical manager when you're vibe coding. You're managing these agents, and these agents you can say are like junior engineers, really skillful junior engineers that probably graduated from MIT and Harvard, top of the class with perfect GPA and all of that. But they're kind of dumb sometimes, you know? And you just have to like point them in the right direction and make sure they're doing the right thing. Thanks for sharing. There's a lot of noise online about this and that, but I don't care. I just want to know what's going on and who's using what in the real world, not on Reddit. Well, I'm only one guy, man. And I also like don't go outside. I don't really talk to people besides you guys about tech stuff. So I'm having fun vibe coding, but I'm not like vibe coding anything crazy, man. I'm vibe coding a typing game, you know. Simon played Battlegrounds with you. Yeah, we played one time. I haven't even played Hearthstone in so long. I've been trying to get over my Hearthstone routine for a long time. And I moved out of New York and I didn't play for like a month. And then I just kind of never went back to it, man. I don't want to get sucked in. I feel like I was wasting at least an hour every single day playing Hearthstone, man. I'm happy to have eliminated that from my routine. My agents are all a bunch of dropouts. He's the absolute authority of everything technology. No exceptions. What? I had to stop playing Magic. Yeah, man. Those games are too addicting for me. Hearthstone, I like those card games, man. And I've been playing Hearthstone a long time. And I quit a long time ago because I got so fed up with the dang game. Every time, like, I never really paid to play. I was always a free pack user. But every time I built up my deck, so it's like sick. Immediately, as soon as I build it up, they'd release a new season, new cards, and all my cards turn to shit, man. I was like, man, I'm sick of these dang tactics they're using on me. And I just quit the game for like years and years and years. And then they came out with Battlegrounds, where you don't need to pay to win. And I've been playing, you know who introduced me to Battlegrounds? It was Brett, the same guy who's brought so many good algorithms into my life and taught me so many things, man. He also put me down the dang Hearthstone Battlegrounds path. And I was hooked on that for at least a couple years, man. Finally broke the chains. Anyways, I wanted to go back to Legends of Runeterra. I don't even know what that is, man. Hey, Name, are you willing to talk through things and try to be friends again? Yeah, that works, I guess. Alright, let's see. What are we doing? We just told this thing to do that. Let me rebuild. And then I'm going to see how the leaderboard thing is going on. It probably haven't even done anything because I didn't tell it to do anything. It's always waiting for my input. Anyways. Alright, let's see. Type Blazor. How's it going to look? It's not ready, is it? Yeah, that's alright. I can barely see the outlines, and I like it like that. It's not as in my face as before. Hey, what's happening? The Bruce Sales. What am I building? I'm building Type Blazor typing game. Right now I was working on my profile heat map that will show you your activity, like GitHub, but for typing, you know. So I think that's looking okay. Maybe I'm wondering about these recent races. Right now I only see 5, so I'm gonna do one real quick to see if it goes to 6 or if it's like capped at 5 there. Botanically speaking, bananas are classified as berries, while strawberries are not, because true berries develop from a single ovary and have seeds embedded in their flesh, a distinction that defies common culinary categorizations. All right, let me see if on my profile. So it only shows, that didn't even show up on my recent ones, man. It did, but it's not sorted correctly. Well, I don't know what this one was. That January 30th. That might be wrong. Sent the message. Very good, man. Just now we gotta wait to see if we get a response, huh? Will Type Blazer have ELO for rankings? I would like it to, but it doesn't have it right now. That's a feature that I want to implement, though. All right, let's go back. Well, first, let me say, yeah, everything looks good, man. Push all the commits, and I think there's already a PR open. Should I type psych? Yeah. Damn, dude, I follow you since 2022. That was when Strager was on software almost daily. Yeah, what happened to Strager, man? Did he retire from streaming? Alright, thank you very much for that hydrate, streamering. The dang hydration person out here. What happened to B Becca? B Becca is still out there, man. Yeah, I talked to B Becca. We have like roughly like monthly check-ins with each other. Strager retired. Dang, what's he up to these days? He's just retired from streaming and everything completely. I mean, I know he was balling because he was like one of the early Facebook engineers, right? Does B Becca ask about me? No, not really. But he knows he for sure. For those of you who don't know, B Becca is my friend, and we were also roommates at one point. But he's also my main training partner for algorithms coming up into this big tech world. So me and Becca, B Becca, before we worked at big tech companies, we were just two scrubs, man, living in a dang programmers homeless shelter in the Bay Area, and that's where we met. And I convinced him to study LeetCode, and we studied together for 2 years, basically. Maybe not all the time studying physically together, but I'd see him study and he'd get better, and it would motivate me to study to make sure that he doesn't get too much better than me. Hacker House? No, it was a free school called 42 Silicon Valley. It doesn't exist anymore. Pretty sure it doesn't exist. It's like a French thing. 100% sure it doesn't exist. I went there in 2019. Look at that, permanently closed. It was pretty much a homeless shelter, man. I'm in some of these pictures, I think. They had a crazy lab. It was like free tuition. They had room and board, like dorms and stuff. You could just stay there, you know. I was on the home page. Am I in any of these? Do I recognize any of these people? Maybe. Oh, shit. Anyways, man, that's where homeless shelter as an analogy for Hacker Garage. No, like, all right, the school, free tuition. All you had to do was apply, and then they'd send you on a boot camp for 4 weeks, And at the end of those 4 weeks, they gave you a test. And if you pass that test, you were admitted to the school. So I went to this boot camp, I passed the test, and then I lived there for like 8 months. And they also had dorms that you lived in. It was 4 people to a room with 2 bunk beds in there. It was free, man. Didn't have to pay a dime. But a lot of the people that stayed there, they were literally like homeless kids with nowhere to go, no family or anything, but they knew a little bit of programming. And the only criteria was you had to spend at least 35 hours in the computer lab per week, and you had to make like I forget, like 1 project a month or something like that. But there was a curriculum that you followed. Very it was I don't, there were no instructors, so it was like a self-study guide. But other students would review your work and they'd grade you. How they make money? I don't know. I think that's why they're closed, man. They didn't make any money. I think they were trying to charge companies to recruit from their talent pool. So it was right beside Tesla and Facebook at the time. So, like, lots of people thought that by going to this school, they'd have a chance to make it. And that's where I learned about LeetCode, man. I never knew anything about LeetCode or anything until I went to that school. Did they take a portion of your first year's salary? No, they don't. KJ Betts, what's happened? Hey, let me try and find. What's that Wayback Machine? Is that? What was the URL, man? 42.us.org. Alright, I went there in 2019. I was probably on the page somewhere here, man. I'll just click one. How do I go? How does it work? Didn't use the code questionable things. Yeah, this was after that. This was after I decided to try and leave my questionable career. I wanted to like see what's up. I met somebody who went there and they told me about this, and then the next week I signed up, and then the next month I was in the Bay Area. Oh look, there's me right there. That's me. Never coded before, right there. I was probably in some other pictures there. Front paging, you know what I'm saying? Zoom. I can't zoom. Enhance. Enhance. That's me. Who's that girl next to me? I don't know, man. It was like a big, they call it a piscine. And look, there was like hundreds of kids in this piscine. And a piscine, I guess, is like a pool or something. And that's like the boot camp. Was it like Black Hat SEO? No. Wait, what? At this school? Or with questionable things I did before? Yes, it was Black Hat. I wouldn't say SEO, but it was definitely Black Hat. I missed it. This is me. This is the school that I learned about LeetCode at. I met somebody here. This is where I met B. Becca, man. Me and B. Becca went to that dang thing. Alright. What are we doing? Piscine is a term we use in French tech schools. Yes, it is a French tech school, man. I think they're really successful in France. And they tried to open up a campus in the US, but it flopped. Anyways, let's get back to working. I didn't even do much. Let's pull. I guess we fixed this bug. The leaderboards. Who knows? Man, what is this thing doing? Alright, I'm gonna just merge this in. They say I can close this one. And then they say I can just merge the other one. This one. Anyways, man, what's next? Leaderboards. We gotta focus on the leaderboards. Alright. I'm gonna test it out. So, how do I test it, man? Where did it do that work tree stuff in? Man, why is it always creating these crazy things? Alright, hold on. I gotta edit some things here. I guess in this, I should edit the Docker. Let me think. Can I just move this work tree? Let me ask. Can I just move a work tree folder? Because it's not in the right folders for the Docker Compose stuff to work good. Let's move the work trees to the... Which folder? I want it in the same level, man, like TypeBlazer full stack folder. TypeBlazer full... Anyways, man. Not super productive right now, but I think we're gonna get there. I don't even know what these leaderboards are gonna look like, but hopefully it's looking good. My usage is whack. I need way more. Like, I gotta really downgrade my plan until I figure out more, you know, how to burn my tokens better. Yeah, this is... Oof. So, alright, I'm having a little bit, and I'm thinking, how am I going to solve this problem? The problem is my Docker Compose is going to be building in the wrong directories if I do this work tree thing. And like the API and the front end seem to have updates relevant to the leaderboards, so I'd have to like run both of them. Hold on, I think I can figure it out. So the issues are here. I'm gonna run the Docker here. So that means when I run this build, this one is okay, but the TypeBlazer API should be where's the TypeBlazer? This one, right? Yeah. All right, let me hide my screen and copy my environment variables over and then run this and see what's up. Where are my environment variables? Man, should I just push my environment variables to the repo? Because who cares, man? It's only me using the repo, right? It's annoying trying to like get these things right. Alright, I'm about to try it. I got my envs in there. I modified the Docker Compose just for testing, you know. Did I bring it down? I think so. Hey, Pat, what's happened? Wait, he calling out Pat like that, man. He can't be doing that. He's lurking, man. Jeez. Is Gmail down? Wait, what? People been sending... This month had 100k layoffs? Dang, I missed all these messages. My bad. Gmail isn't working. Are you guys sure? Should I check? Gmail isn't working. My Gmail is working. Anyways, what are y'all saying? What messages I miss? Rubber ducks? I don't think I'd enjoy that style of learning, but I can see the free housing part attracting folks who maybe aren't that motivated. No, it was great, man. It was like they just threw a bunch of kids together in the lab, and all of the kids there had like similar goals, so it was interesting to see. The idea behind this style of school is that since you are in a field that constantly change, move, improve, you're better learning how to learn by yourself than learning a thing in particular. Right. They also only taught you C. And if you wanted to use other languages, you had to like do certain things to be able to use them. If I get laid off, I'm going to Japan or Europe. What? You gotta let me know when you're going if you get laid off. Anyways, so let me test out this leaderboard thing, man. The leaderboard. Well, no one is on the dang thing. I need some fake data, man. Need some fake data for my leaderboards. Man, should I just launch it? Should we just upload everything now? And who cares, man? Just start. I don't think so. 100 gifted if you're if you reach rank 1 in leaderboard. Oh yeah? I'll take it. Alright, I'm gonna just be like, whatever, man. Looks good to me. LGTM. Let me... I don't want to merge those Docker changes. Commit your work and make a new PR for each repo. It's Friday, man. Oh, jeez. What am I gonna do today for lunch? He read and didn't respond. Give him some time. Maybe he's thinking things over. He's typing, yeah? Dang. Alright. You gotta tell us when he finally sends the message. Or if it's typing for a long time and it's like not typing and then he's typing again and he's not typing. Don't say anything. Just let him do his thing, man. Time for a side project. Friday and weekend is for a side project. No, Friday and weekend is for chilling. I'm not trying to work on 24/7 every day, man, you know. Well, Friday is for working. Weekend is for chilling. You took me to that sus shop. Dang. I want to come out to Seattle too, man. There's a whole gang of you guys out there in Seattle. You got Pat, you got Steven Sagiball, you got... I can think of at least 2 other people there from the stream community. Well, that is us that have a 9 to 5. Yeah, I don't have a 9 to 5, man. But even when I had a 9 to 5, it was really difficult to like try to work on a side project after you done spent the whole week working, you know. I live in Seattle too. Please, let's do a meetup. Hey, sometimes I've done a couple really small meetups with some people in like New York. I've done one in the Bay. I met up with a few people in the Bay. I met Not Gentle, Chi Impact, B Becca came out. Stephen Code's stuff came out. Was there anyone else? I hope I'm not missing anyone. In New York, I'm not gonna say who, but a few of us live in New York as well. First time checking this stream, man. Oh, nice. Well, welcome. So usually I stream my vibe coding stuff. Right now I'm working on this thing called Typeblazer. It's a typing game. It's not launched yet, but I'm about getting ready to launch it. I have some OAuth profile stuff. I just did this heat map today and yesterday. This is all dummy data. But that's what we're working on right now. I have other projects too, but this one is my main focus at the moment. Hey, I'll be 100%. I'm not sure on friends. We'll have to see on that. But you're trying to be partners again? I got a... Interesting. So, alright, this person clearly doesn't want to be your friend. But he likes having a Pokemon buddy. That's what it seems like. I think you should just move on, Steven Sagiball. Forget this guy. He doesn't want to be your friend. Why are you trying to be friends with somebody who doesn't want to be friends with you? I like doing LeetCode with you a lot. What is the LeetCode stream schedule? I forget. Alright. I've updated my website to have my calendar, basically. I think there's a bug in it right now. I'll fix it. But this will tell you whether I'm doing LeetCode or vibe coding. So like today is vibe coding, and it tells you I vibe code Mondays through Fridays. LeetCode contest is on the weekends. That's like special stream, I guess. And then LeetCode practice, but then you can see all my upcoming streams forever. And so on Mondays I do algorithms. On Saturdays, LeetCode contest day. Wednesday, another algorithms. So this is how, if you want to catch LeetCode streams only, you can check. And if I ever cancel a stream, which I do sometimes, like let's say I'm not streaming tomorrow, I'll just come in here and I'll cancel it. And then you guys can see that the stream is canceled. So if I'm late or something and you check and you see it's canceled, that means I ain't coming on, man. But if I'm late and it's not canceled, it just means I'm running late, you know? Let me restore this. I vibe coded that too. Did not expect that response in a million years. Dang. What does partner mean? Yeah, I don't know. Your LeetCode streams hold me accountable to do LeetCode every week. Yeah, they hold me accountable as well. Subscribed? Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Oh, look, and my website also shows other LeetCode streamers. Right now, the Dune Coon is online if you want some LeetCode action. And another thing, if you stream LeetCode, or if you're interested in streaming LeetCode, you can register on my site, midnightsimon.com, and under your profile page, if you put your Twitch username in here, and you go online, your name is going to show up in the other LeetCode streamers section. So if you're thinking about starting LeetCode on stream for whatever reason, for accountability, for networking, for practicing, speaking your thought process, to practice for interviews, these are all great reasons to stream LeetCode. If you're thinking of doing it, add your name to the list and we can build up our little LeetCode streaming community, man. Such a great idea. Yeah, that's I think it's changed my life, man. Before I was studying LeetCode all by myself in my room with nobody to talk to. Like, I don't have any friends, man. I'm like Steven Sagiball, just all alone, man. And I decided to stream because I had no one to study with except B. Becker. And then now, it's such a big part of my life, and I don't think I'd have made it into Google if I didn't stream. So many people taught me algorithms, so many people kept me accountable, and not only those things, but I think it made studying fun, man. Why you do me like that? That's all we've been talking about, man. I'm just letting everybody know that you're not alone, Steven Sagiball. I also don't have many friends. But I think I used to have a lot of friends. But as I get older, I just kind of keep to myself. It's too hard to like try and maintain friendships with so many people, man. I just rather not have any friends than have like 100 friends I talk to once every 2 years or something, man. It's too much work. Simon, do you think LeetCode is going to be a skill worth developing for much longer? I think that is the $1 million question. I don't think it's going anywhere for the next couple of years because I feel the whole industry is trained on LeetCode. And it's not because LeetCode is valuable on the job that much. I think it's more like it's valuable in identifying people. It's basically an IQ test, I think, man. So I think LeetCode is an IQ test in disguise. So it's either going to show that you're a brilliant person with crazy IQ, or it's going to show you're a really hard worker and maybe you're not crazy IQ, but you got crazy work ethic. And maybe companies are like, you know what? I'll take either of those guys. The soft engineering job has changed so much. I think interview practices are going to change pretty soon. Yeah, it's just been a proxy for hardworking and critical thinking. Yes, I agree. But I think it also allows the interviewer to poke at you to see if you have fundamental knowledge on computer science with like big O notation and time complexity and whatnot. And like talking about trade-offs for different ways. It just opens up that conversation. So I think LeetCode still might be relevant even going into the future where clearly most developers are using AI. But it's still important to understand like time complexity, trade-offs, knowing how to do things more efficiently sometimes, and just critical thinking. I think it still shows that you have some critical thinking skills. And I'm not sure how it can be replicated that easily. So I think LeetCode is going to be here for the next few years at least. Some interviews said to me, looks like you prepped for this. We like that, yeah. So I guess, yeah, maybe a lot of people just go in there without preparing and then they look like dummies or something. Hey, Pat, I was looking at your profile, man. Your dang LeetCode profile. You're bumping. Look at that, man. Look how much. I remember these days. These 1500 days. And then now you're about to hit that night, you know? It's dead. What are you talking about? It's dead. I guess you haven't taken a contest in a long time. Or you haven't been active. But all that LeetCoding, man, it's absolutely been working for you, you know? Pat is richer than you. I believe it. Pat has a big ass house, man. Hold up. It's all about watching the way they think through the problem, I think. I bet that they may use like a vibe coding take home project and then also an algo. Only problem with algo is I guess you kind of memorize some of it, but a good interviewer should be able to ask the right questions. Climbing. Yeah, Pat is on the upswing, man. Dang, look at those rankings. Crazy. I'm stuck, step bro. Hey, who's step bro? Is Steven Sagiball the step bro here? It seems so. He has been ELO sitting. Yeah, me too. For what it's worth, I interviewed at Anthropic recently, and they definitely still value LeetCode skills, but their engineers are out on Twitter saying they haven't written a line of code in months. Feels like something is about to shift. If anything, I don't think the LeetCode is going to go away completely. Even if the interview shifts, I believe there will still be a LeetCode portion, but perhaps they're adding like another portion to it as well. Because I think you can still get some really valuable insights based on the LeetCode performance of somebody, you know. At scale. At least these are for like big companies that get so many dang interview requests. Wait, sorry. Man, Limsigic, or I can't even pronounce your name, man. Is there a link for the projects? I don't have a link for my type racing sites because it's not launched, but a link for my personal website for sure. It's right here. Anyways, I'm just talking nonsense. What did we what did we even do today? I guess we did the heat map and we did the leaderboards, but I'm not sure if the leaderboards are really good. Ismail, what's happening? Alright. Good point, probably won't go away until there's something better to measure talent, and we don't really have anything better right now. Yeah, and not just that, like literally the whole world is trained on LeetCode, so it's like, you know, you can definitely get signal once like the whole world industry is trained on it. So it's going to take some time to move away from LeetCode if it were to ever happen. Sent you the full message. Interesting, man. I think, alright, Steven Sagiball, I think you gotta talk to your friend and see, like, why are they hesitant to be your friend? I think it might help you as a person, too, to see, like, maybe what you did that they didn't like, and if there's anything, I don't think you should ask if there's anything you could have done differently, but you should ask yourself that, like, maybe do a post-mortem on this whole situation, and you know, to help you grow as a person, like socially. I think that's the way to handle this. I would be screwed. I only know LeetCode stuff. Hey, Solaris, me too, man. I only know LeetCode stuff. Non-big tech also uses online coding assessment, just not DSA though. Uh, what do you mean on online coding assessments? That's not DSA. I can't imagine anything. What could that be? Like debug something, find the bug in this code, multiple choice, or not sure. The AI still hallucinates though, and if you don't understand the time and space complexity stuff, seems like that could be a problem. Yeah, I think a good engineer, even using AI, needs to understand what's going on. Otherwise, how are you gonna even recognize when there's a problem, There's like HackerRank and stuff. Isn't HackerRank basically data structures and algorithms though? What's happening Fallen Learns? Man, I don't know what to do. I'm feeling kind of lazy today, not gonna lie. Alright, let's do issue 14. That should be easy. Alright, let's merge the PRs first. Yeah, looks good to me, man. Well, you can do tests on there too. I had one for IBM. I mean, GitHub already has company-specific online assessment repos to look at. Will you do tomorrow's LeetCode contest? I will do tomorrow's stream, but I don't think I'm ready to jump back into contests yet, Solaris. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm doing really bad at LeetCode these days. Like, I can't even place in the top 5,000 on a contest. All the virtual contests I do, I place like 8,000, And I'm not trying to just jump in there and jump off a cliff, Top 5? No, I've almost never been top 500. I'm talking, I can't even place top 5,000 right now. I want to believe this, but in my experience, startups tell me it's usually about prototyping and shipping. And if you can throw money at it to scale, that's probably the first thing you do. Then later, if the product is successful, you focus on making it efficient. Yeah, I kind of agree with this mentality for a startup. You don't really need to get everything optimal the first try, But for a company that's already kind of established, I think this stuff matters. If you already have traffic in production and it's bumping and whatever, like, you need to be more careful. But if you don't have any users, man, who cares? Just ship it, see if it sticks. Maybe the people don't even want it, right? Bobby Blue is in the house. I haven't seen your ass in a long time, Bobby Blue. I heard your ass got a big time job and you're big balling now. So we're in the presence of a baller, Bobby Blue. Bobby the Baller Blue. I'm not. Hey, someone lied to me then. I went to sign up for that LeetCode streamer thing, but I'm not ready at all. Hey, you can start anytime. You don't have to be a pro when you start streaming LeetCode, man. You have to think about why you're streaming LeetCode. You're not streaming to teach people how to LeetCode, man. You're not trying to open up a school. What you're doing is you're trying to collaborate with other people learning LeetCode. You're trying to lure LeetCode experts to your stream to help you and guide you while you study. That's what I do, man. I open up my LeetCode stream and super experts like Solaris will come in and tell me, oh, you have this, maybe you should look into that. People like Brett, people like Don't Defense. Don't Defense is a grandmaster on Codeforces. There's so many people with crazy knowledge on LeetCode, and they love like just solving problems, and they love helping other people solve problems. So if anything, that's why each day that you don't stream LeetCode, if you're serious about learning, each day that you don't do it is a day that you could have connected with someone else to to boost you up or motivate you or teach you something new, man. Or Elite Whale. Yeah, Elite Whale is really good too, man. There's so many. I do them to flex, but my performance on stream is either pretty bad or everyone just left before I solve the hard problem. Yeah, I find when I do hard problems on LeetCode, not that many people can follow, so it's not a very interesting stream. But the easier the problems that you're able to do on stream, the more general audience can relate, because like, all right, if you do two-sum, chances are almost everybody in chat knows what two-sum is about. But if you're trying to like do some crazy Dijkstra binary search DP problem where you need all three techniques to solve it, like no one knows what the hell you're doing, man. No one's gonna be paying attention except Solaris and Brett and Elite Whale, you know. Is Don't Defense second rank in type racing now? I don't think so, man. I haven't seen No Condom Chris around, but No Condom Chris is still second place. Anyway, Bobby Blue Balls Blue. What are we using for vibe coding? Any review on the C-Line plugin? I have not used C-Line. I heard some good things about it though. I've only used Claude Code. I'm on the max plan for Claude Code, and that's it. Hold on, I was supposed to merge some stuff here. Did I merge this? And then I got another thing to merge, and then I think it's Friday and I'm not super focused as I should be. I gotta merge something into the TypeBlazer API. Add leaderboard endpoint. Should I look at how they built it? Whatever. Looks good to me. Nice website. Can I copy your web? Sure, do whatever you want, man. I don't know what you mean by copy it though. You need to use C-Men? What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, Solaris? Anyways. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. In college, we had a group project in my senior year of engineering. It was like the big senior year project. And we had a big presentation with like the whole school and all the professors and stuff. And they divided all the teams into these groups based on their last names. And my last name starts with a C. And we put up on our thing, hey, we are the C-Men. And anyways, I don't think it's that funny now. I have no why I did that back then. That was a risky move, but I still graduated. For me, C-Line is working quite well when working on a real project and needs to review the code when is implemented and make manual changes on some steps. Yeah, I've heard good things about C-Line. I think it's funny. Yeah, maybe when I was like 23, it was a lot funnier. Simon doesn't believe me that you, Pat, and I streamed together for like 2 hours. Alright, well, if you're featured on somebody's stream, Steven Sagaball, it doesn't count, man. Anyways. I don't know what I was doing. TypeBlazer API. Oh yeah, working on this issue number 14 should be quick and easy. Okay, clean up the work trees. No, we're knocking each other up. 3 of us. Interesting. I missed it then. Just saw this. That makes sense. I have heard stories about DoorDash sticking with Python monolith until they had to change it for scale. Chill day at Meta? What? Hey, why you gotta dox him like that, Bobby Blue? Semi-dox, at least. Anyways, did go crazy. But I think maybe a few people know that already. Anyways, man. Alright, Google also went crazy, did it? I don't know if I'd call that... It's been going crazy, yeah, but hasn't been crazy today. Okay, nice. Clear context. And we'll work on this issue. This should be an easy issue. Issue number 14. It is merged. Clean up the work trees. I want you to work on TypeBlazer and look in the GitHub issues for the TypeBlazer repo and do issue number 14. I really gotta get my Ralph loop going on, man. Because I could probably just clear out all my issues for all my websites with the Ralph loop. All right. Man, what is it doing? Man, the repo is in the TypeBlazer folder. Come on, man. All right, let's see where we're at. Looks clean. Got this null thing. Add it to get ignore. What was this fix, man? Loading environment variables. That didn't work. I'm just going to discard these changes then. Alright, everything is up to date. So I only got, I guess, like 30 minutes or so left. So I'll just work on quick, easy things. Like issue 14 and... Oh, this heat map thing should be closed. What else is here? We're working on the multiplayer blurry header. I don't think we need this private league thing for me to launch it, but it is something I really want to add. And then, yeah, I do. This is, I think, the last thing I want to do is an hourly global race. And maybe like a quick race, you know? So right now, I guess it's not running, but right now we can only create a room and you have to like invite people, but I want it where anybody can just click quick race and join some room. And maybe, anyways. Do you do project reviews? Not really, man. I don't really review people's projects. I only build my own stuff and then I do some leak code here. But is there something you're wanting to share? What are you working on? Gold is up because inflation sticky and outpacing T-bills yield, and crypto down because liquidity is tight and rates are restrictive. Not financial advice, but I know someone in chat invested in gold. US has persistent debt and central banks hedge with gold. US dollar is reserve currency. That is how I understand it. Yeah, I don't know anything about finances, man. I'm bad with money. I like to gamble. Alright. Do everything, yeah. Fix that problem, man. What else? What else can we work on? Maybe I can start planning for something else. The global race thing. I'm gonna put 27, issue number 27. So I'm going to enter superpowers mode, right plan. I'm gonna tell it something when it's ready for me. All right, I want to add a major feature to the Type Blazer project. The issue is in the GitHub issues for the Type Blazer, and it's issue number. Shit. The issue is issue number 14 in the Type Blazer project. Let's talk about this feature and go back and forth. You can ask me clarifying questions on anything that you need to define for this feature. All right, it says the fix has been applied. Did you make a new branch to do this work in? If you did not, can you put the changes in this new branch that you created? Yeah, simple social media content management open source projects and other open source projects, but is more to have feedback from others for side projects. Yeah, I don't really do code reviews or project reviews, man. Like, I don't even know any code from normal React or front end stuff, so you don't want a review from me, that's for sure. I don't know anything about architecture or system design, man. I only know how to vibe code. Unfortunately, that's all I know. Wait, emerging markets doing well because they have a leverage denominated in the US dollar and having buying power with foreign currency. It had some sharp movements because of news of Iran. Billionaires park cash in non-yielding assets when inflation outpaces T-bills yields. Yeah, I don't know what billionaires do, man. I don't think I know any billionaires. All right, let's check out this fix. Blurry multiplayer header. I guess we can just use this Type Blazer, but we gotta make sure we're in the right branch. We are, and then I can hit them with the Docker. I don't know any personally either. Yeah. Hey, maybe I know one, but if I did know one, they never told me they're a billionaire. I'm not saying like it's likely I know one. I'm saying maybe somebody I know is a secret billionaire and they've never told anybody. That's the only way I'd know a billionaire. All right, what are we checking? We're checking. There was a weird thing going on in the multiplayer game when I created the room. and I joined it and we started the race, it would blur everything in the top. Honey is the only food produced by insects that humans eat in significant quantities, and its unique chemical composition of low moisture and high acidity means properly stored honey can remain edible for thousands of years. All right, that kind of worked. There it is, 80 WPMs. Delta, what's happened? Hi, I'm new here. What's your opinion on the best vibe code setup? Alright, I'm not super opinionated because I haven't tried many setups. But I enjoy Claude Code, I enjoy the Max Plan, I enjoy using Opus 4.5. I haven't tried any other LLMs in a long time except Gemini 3.0 Pro. I haven't tried Anti-Gravity. I don't know. I think if you got money, man, if you got enough money to pay for $100 a month subscription, then you should definitely just try out Claude Code. It seems like that's industry best at the moment. But besides LLM, I think having speech to text is a game changer. I haven't been doing it this stream, but I have Whisper Flow. By the way, if you want a free month of Whisper Flow, you can use this link right here. 1 month free. And if you dictate 2,000 words, I also get a free month. So what's up? So I've been using Whisper Flow to like dump my thoughts to the LLMs a lot more efficiently than typing. Using Opus 4.5 but through Cursor at the moment. I don't know much about Cursor. I tried it early on like a year ago. But from my understanding, Cursor is using the API for Opus, and it costs a lot more to use Opus 4.5 through the API credits than it does if you just got the Claude Max plan, which basically gives you unlimited usage of Opus 4.5 if you're only using a single agent. When I say single agent, like you're not spawning off sub agents and orchestrating like parallel workflows. I think $100 plan Claude Max, you will not hit the limits for Opus 4.5 on a single agent. Right now I have the $200 plan, and I have not been coding like 24/7 or anything. But I'm nowhere near close to using my credits. I'm about to downgrade actually. So I have 3 days to use up 90% of my tokens left for the week. Anyways, not available for Linux. Dang. Wait, are we able to test the project or when an MVP will be ready? Are you talking about Type Blazor? I haven't launched it at all yet, but I'd like to launch it sometime next week. I'm just trying to put all the features in I want for my MVP, you know. So hopefully by next week we'll have everything live. Might be the Move Max plan. Yeah, I think Max is impressive, but a lot of people have been talking about the output isn't that great right now. I haven't noticed anything though. Open code anti-gravity multiple accounts Opus 4.5 free for specific calls. C-Line free models as well. C-Line can use Google Gemini free API keys. Hey, I think if you're serious about trying to vibe code and you have a couple dollars to spare, I think you should just pay, man. You shouldn't try and just get free everything all the time. But I understand Some people are students or they haven't figured out their money situation yet, and $20 a month or $100 a month isn't, you know, always possible. If that's the case, yeah, I guess go ahead and use the free stuff, man. But hey, if you got $100 in the bank account and you wouldn't even notice $100 missing from your bank account, man, just go ahead and spend it and see what's happening, you know. Don't limit yourself because of $100. You know what I'm saying? Because the potential I guess returns you get on those $100 could be massive. I think it's a small price to pay if you're serious about seeing what AI is capable of, man. Just throw in a couple bucks and play around. That's my opinion on things. But I know I was broke at one point, man, where I was just eating ramen and stuff. Well, money ain't a problem. I think Max Plan is gonna be the move. I was just worried it with the usage limit because I had Pro Plan before. Yeah, just try $100 max. You can always cancel it, you know? Ain't no big thing. I only get my financial advice off random Twitch people. Yeah, that's the way to go, man. Eating ramen isn't terrible, just terrible for your health. Yeah, I mean, I used to eat a lot of cheap meals. I still do. But the problem is, I guess back then, I didn't have a choice. I had to eat those cheap meals. These days, I eat the cheap meals because I don't know, I'm just used to them. And I like saving money, even though I could go out and I could buy a steak or something, you know. I don't do it. What are the cheap meals that are healthiest? I eat a lot of canned tuna. I buy tuna in bulk when it goes on sale. I don't just roll up to the supermarket and I'm like, oh, a can of tuna, let me buy it. Let me just buy 6 of them. I wait until that can of tuna. I track the prices and I buy low. And when it's low, when it's on sale, a good price is like less than $1 per can of tuna. If I can get a sale like that, I'm buying like 25 cans or something, man. I try and buy that in bulk. Tuna and tomato soup? What the heck are you talking about? Tuna and tomato soup? I've never heard of that in my whole life, man. That's crazy. Canned tuna, you can't eat that every day because of mercury. Nah, who cares about mercury, man? A little mercury never killed nobody that I know from. I've been eating so much canned tuna. I think this mercury thing might be true or whatever, but I think it's more for children and maybe pregnant ladies. That's what I've heard. So if you're a dude, who cares, man? Just eat tuna all you want. Maybe. Anyways, I love tuna as well, man. I just use tuna, salt, pepper, and mayo, and I make a little thing, and I eat tuna and crackers or tuna sandwich. Or sometimes I'll make onigiris when I'm feeling not lazy. I'll have the sushi rice already made. I make a big batch and I keep it in the fridge. And then I get the seaweed and I eat rice, tuna, and seaweed. But besides tuna, I'll eat a lot of chicken breast. I'll do shake and bake. I just did a shake and bake chicken breast. I'll just grill chicken breast, man. Salt, pepper, a little bit of oil, and that's it. Chicken breast and broccoli or potatoes or something. Chicken breast is not so cheap these days, man. So I also try to buy that in bulk and then I freeze what I don't use. Eat raw chicken. I've eaten raw chicken, but I don't eat it regularly. What is that, man? Or albacore? Albacore is more expensive, but I don't care. Whichever tuna, they're all the same to me. Not the organic protein ads? What? Wait. Well, it's a good thing I'm not on the internet. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, ramen. Hey, ramen. I try not to eat ramen, man. Albacore also contains more mercury. Yeah, I've never really thought about the mercury thing too much. Let me see. Should I be worried? Wait, how much tuna would I have to eat for mercury to be a problem? I have to eat 25 cans of tuna a week. So I absolutely don't eat 25 cans of tuna a week. If anything, I might hit 3 cans tops for the week. So I don't think this mercury thing, or maybe Big Tuna is also putting out this information about 25 tins for it to be a problem. I don't actually know, man. Yeah, I love eating tuna. Easy protein. Easy. It's only a problem if you eat it every day for months. Just switch it up. AI said so, so it must be true. Yeah. I was in the supermarket once and I took up some ramen and the kid in the aisle said, "Mom, I need one." He said it's unhealthy. Anyways, I try not to eat ramen. It's a lot of sodium, I guess. According to Google, you should be worried about everything. Peanut butter, yeah, I eat peanut butter, jelly sandwiches. Alright, something I used to eat a lot when I was broke is sardines and eggs. That's what I'd eat for breakfast. 2 eggs and a can of sardines, man, and I just mix them up and I scramble the whole thing together. I've never really seen anybody else eat it. I don't know where I got that from, but my grandma used to make me eat it when I was a kid. How about rice and beans? Yeah, I guess rice and beans is alright too, man. You eat the sardines with the backbone and intestines. I eat everything, whatever the sardines in the can, man. I haven't eaten it in a while because I'm not too broke. Yeah, like these things, man. Like these in the little can. I just plop them, sardines and eggs. It doesn't look this fancy. It's kind of weird, I think, to most people that I've met. You ever have sardines on a cheese pizza? I have not. There's cheap ramen and there's proper ramen shops. Yeah? How else would you eat sardines? I don't know how people eat them. What's happening, Gupta? Long time. Yeah, it's been a while. I've taken a little break, but now I'm back. Almost daily. I'm not Millsy. How you doing? Welcome. I eat them with a lot of crackers. Yeah. Alright, what other good cheap meals are there? We're talking nonsense, man. We're not even doing any work. But let me keep my Claude code up so I can answer prompts. Jamaican sardine fritters. I've never had sardine fritters, but I've had regular saltfish ones. I've had salmon ones. I've had shrimp ones. Alright. Other cheap meals for you broke people out there. If you live near a Costco rotisserie chicken is only $5. Costco 18-inch pizza is only $10. So those things are worth it, man. That's worth it. Costco membership if you just get rotisserie chicken and pizza from them. Is everyone full on Cloud Code now? Any Codex CLI users? I'm all Cloud Code right now. I should probably try other things, man. You mix sardines in the egg and pepper and onion. Fry it up. That's for Americans only. Costco is worldwide, man. What you talking about? kind of worldwide. There's like Costco in Japan, Costco in Korea, Costco in Europe, not in France. Yeah. We need to create a directory for real cheap meals based on country or even states. That's a good idea, man. Brokemeals.com. Super or Suprem DZ. How are you doing? Building something interesting. You could call it interesting if you're interested in typing. I'm building a typing site game. The Dune Coon has raided. Thank you very much for the raid. What's happening? How's your lead code going, man? Do I sell my gold or not? I don't know, man. Maybe you should sell some of it. Sounds like you're 100% of your net worth is in gold right now. Are you paying for your own cloud subscription or you get one? I don't work at Google anymore, Gupta. I am unemployed and I pay for my own cloud subscription. I don't trust OpenAI. Gemini is getting good anyways. Yeah, Gemini up here is pretty decent. Hey, for those of you who don't know, the Dune Coon has been streaming LeetCode. So if you're interested in LeetCode, go follow Dune Coon. Grab what I said and put it in the chat. GPT will help you think through it better than we. Wait, what are you talking about? What's everybody talking about, man? Talking about broke food? Ask ChatGPT. If you're free, can you help improve my portfolio? I'm planning on applying for my first job. Unfortunate, man. This is not something I do. I don't really review your portfolio or anything like that, but I can give you like general advice. I don't even know which country you're in. I think it depends where you live, like your techniques to get a job. But yeah, just try. I'd say for your personal projects, I think it's important to have a project that you put enough time and effort into where it grows to become complex enough that you've had to make some interesting design decisions, and you can talk about the trade-offs of those design decisions that you've made in your project and like why you chose to do this over that and things like that. That's what I think people look for if you only have personal projects. Something that you've put a lot of time in to the point where you get to those roadblocks that happens in software development. In Beaver, Italian Beaver, Ital Beaver, thank you very much for the follow. Gemini's dog water. I don't know. I don't know about that. You should tell him to wait for Chi-Chi's stream. Oh, yeah, where's Chi-Chi? When is he coming back, man? People are gonna make bank on AI courses, I feel like. Hey, maybe. I don't know what's in an AI course. I guess teaching you how to like burn all your tokens efficiently. I use ChatGPT for all my meals lately. Been cooking some ChatGPT. What is this, man? Oh, like ChatGPT is what you're talking. Is that slang for ChatGPT, man? Hey, how can the slang word be longer to say than the actual name, man? You can't have the nickname be longer than the real name, man. It doesn't work like that. Once you've been around AI for a while, you start to see how bad Gemini is, even with prompt engineering. Yeah, I haven't used Gemini that much, so I can't confirm nor deny this, but it seems like Gemini has been bumping lately, man. Especially 3.0. But I guess it changes every month. Depends on who's released the latest model. So maybe right now Gemini is not up to speed, but I imagine once they release a new model, they're gonna become one of the tops again. It's one less syllable. Chat GPT versus Chatty G. I guess so. Prompt engineering. I mean, it's just a term. I think how you write your prompts absolutely affects the outcome of the LLM. So call it whatever you want. I think prompt engineering is a okay name for it, you know. Gemini 3 Pro is great in my cursor crusades. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been raving about Gemini 3 Pro. I'm also not sure what I'm Not Millie is saying. But I'm here to listen to everyone because, you know, people have been using stuff. I don't use everything. Monsters Dev, what's happening? Gemini 3 is very nice with animations and UI, especially animations. Yeah, I think I've heard, maybe you're the one who said this earlier. Codex is best at debug, Opus fast and precise, Gemini best at big system thinking and front end. Alright, Cloud is probably still number one. Yeah, this is what I think from my research. But something last year, I remember people are using different LLMs for different tasks. I remember people saying, you know, Gemini has such a big context window that it makes sense to use Gemini for large scale refactors or things like that, you know. Or maybe Opus had such a small context window, but it was so powerful. People were using Opus for like designing work, writing up the design documentations or implementation plans, and then handing that off. Once you use Opus to do the design, you hand off the implementation work to other agents that were cheaper or something. But I don't know if people are doing crazy things like that. Did DeepSeek disappear? No one is talking about it anymore. I thought it was the next best big thing. Yeah, I haven't heard much about DeepSeek, but also check AMP from SourceGraph. What's that? I don't even know. Here's to the point. Google has a 9-hour course about it, so yeah, it's a real thing. Does Google have any free algorithm courses? I'm not sure if they do. Anyways. Oh, it's almost time for me to go, man. So I didn't even get to finish this bug. Just talking a bunch of nonsense on a Friday. That's how it is sometimes. You can't be 100% productive every single day, you know? Alright, anyways. Hey, Q9 PSG, thank you very much for the hydrate. Cheers. Chat's popping today. Yeah, everybody's slacking off on Friday. Everyone's supposed to be working, but instead everyone's watching YouTube and Twitch. That's my theory, at least. Oh, for free algorithm courses, there's a lot of study guides, man. I used to have like a list of resources, tips, maybe. No. I mean, here's a bunch of topics that you can, but it's not really a study guide. I'm working on making this a complete study guide. Yeah, I just heard a podcast the other day with someone at Microsoft. Issue with AI and the amount of bugs they see in OpenAI is massive that common people cannot fix. What is this? BMP Systems, what's happening? Which channel to prefer to learn Java from? YouTube. I don't know anything about Java, man. It ain't this channel to learn Java. I do C++ and I do vibe coding. Wait, what am I looking at this thing for? Who linked this? Sorcerer, what is this? He wrote a book called Vibe Coding. Crazy. Time to head out. The Doom-kun. See you later, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. I mean, common dude tells AI to create SaaS, then this AI has 40 bugs and he got no clue how to fix them with prompting. Oh, I see, I see. Alright. It's time for me to get out of here, man. We did a couple things. What did we do? We added that heat map. We fixed up the heat map in TypeBlazer. This thing here. This is all fake data, but the heat map works. We also added a very basic leaderboard that doesn't work right now. Maybe because I didn't build the right things. And then that's it. That's all we really did today, man. The leaderboard isn't really fully tested. I need to seed some data into my instance, you know. I need like a dev database. What even is vibe coding? Vibe coding is just having AI do all the work for you and you don't try to code anything manually. Alright, let's find somebody to raid because I'm getting hungry, man. Even though I started a little bit late, I think it's time to go now. Anybody vibe coding? Maybe. A few people. But none of them speak English. Should we raid this guy? Adam Learns Live. Let's go raid this guy, man. I tuned into one of his streams the other day. I think he's working on a game and it's only a few more days until he launches, so I'd like to raid. Alright, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in today on a Friday. Sorcerer, Blue Cactus AI. Adios, amigos. See you next time. Demon Puke. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time, man. LV Elon. See you next time. Q9 PSG, Negative IQ Viewer, Monsters Dev. Have a good day. Thank you for tuning in. Who else is out here, man? Everybody, Fallen Learns, Roxanne, Rocco Codes, I'm Not Mousy, or Milsy. Solaris, KJ Betts. Enjoy your Friday, guys. Mashiko. See you next time. Gupta. Long time no see, and see you again soon, hopefully. Everybody else, Steven Saggyball, if you're still around. Pat's Hello World. See you later. Nice sweater, thank you. Hey, I bought this. Was part of my costume for Halloween a couple years ago, man. I was Lo-Fi Girl. So I dressed up like Lo-Fi Girl with, I think she has this green long sleeve thing on with a red scarf. Anyways. See you later, everybody. Everybody from YouTube. Supreme DZ. Ishmael. BMP System from YouTube. Adios. Goodbye.